do this. Okay, so I gotta go down and get parts, so we're taking the 64. Sometimes I forget how beautiful this car is and how fun it is. Doesn't like the heat though, and it's a warm day, but it's not like it's blistering heat. And you know what, I gotta run to town to get parts, and I just want to take it for a cruise, maybe get an ice cap. So yeah, nobody wanted to come with me, so it's just me and you guys, but that's okay. Sometimes a man just needs some time by himself with his car to you know, contemplate life. And Andrea's working, so, but anyways, you know, the one downside is this car really could use a cup holder, but it didn't come with a cup holder. You know, back in the day, you went somewhere, you stopped, and you drank. Nowadays, you're like always on the go. I'm starting to think that maybe, you know, the 60s and the 50s, where you went somewhere, you stopped on the side of the road, had a picnic, or you went to a burger stop and had a drink. Maybe those were better times. Not so fast as things are today. Oh yeah. 327, baby. That's what it's all about. Rid of a few rocks in my tires. Love it. Kind of want to go for fifth, but there's no fifth, so we'll be happy with 4. You know, guys, I was just thinking, it's kind of funny, the contrast. You know, this is a 1964 Corvette. It's very skinny. Like, I could reach over, touch the passenger door. You know, it's a fiberglass body. It's light. And my first car was a 1964 Chevrolet Impala, and that car was kind of like the opposite of this one. It was long and wide. In that car, I bet you I could fit 4 people across the front, 4 people in the back seat, because it's such a big, wide car. So, you know, I guess back in the day, the difference between a family sedan, well, and actually the Impala wasn't really so much was it a sedan? I mean, it wasn't a 4-door sedan, it was a two-door coupe, I guess, but a big car, a big family car. So the size difference is just really interesting. One day I would like to get a 64 Impala, and you know, I always liked that car. It was quite a hoot to drive. 283 Power Glide. Not a real performance getter, but just a fun cruiser. And you can definitely fit a lot more people in it than you could one of these. So you can fit the whole family, some extended family, plus all, you know, 3 loads of groceries in the trunk, because the trunks were huge. I guess they still are huge in 64 Impalas, that is. It's funny, I don't drive this car very much. And you know, with collector plates, I can't drive it to work. You can't take it on vacation. It's just for running to town and going cruising, basically. Going to car shows. And I was just thinking about, like, Barrett Jackson, like, what if you took this car and sold it? But I don't want to sell it, because it's not about, I mean, it's a great investment, but it's, for me, it's not about the investment in the car. It's about the love of the car, and smiles per mile. Like, I haven't put a ton of miles on this car, but every one, grin it in. So, you know, it almost gives me goosebumps. You know what I mean? Like, the few times that I do drive it and take it out, and I should really do it more. Maybe, well, if the weather's going to be nice, I'll definitely do it more. But, yeah, it just makes you feel good. And if you're a car guy, you get it. If you got your car, your it car, you know, this is one of my it cars. I'm a Corvette lover, so there's a bunch of them. And I've always wanted a Ferrari too, but maybe one day. Maybe one day. But right now, I'm just absolutely loving this old car. It's a beautiful day. I turned the radio on, but, you know, copyright, all that good stuff. Actually, does the radio work? Yeah! I don't know what it's playing, but the radio works. AM. Is this an AM FM? It is an AM FM. She was a full load back then. I don't know if I've ever seen a 8-track players. Maybe 8-track players were only in the 70s, but I tell you guys, I just love this car. Love it to pieces. Smiles per mile, boys. Smiles per mile. There we go. I got my bolts. Borrowed a hot gun from work too, because I'm gonna do some work on one of my other trucks. But damn, just look at that. Oh, such a beautiful car. What a perfect day to be driving. Prince. Just check it out. So shiny. I actually washed it with soap and water, which shouldn't be a big deal. Could probably stand to give it a give it a buff, but I'm afraid to buff it. It's still pretty shiny though. So anyways, let's go get a nice cap and go home. Put this in the back. Whew, it's hot. Hot. Ooh, radio. 1, 2, 3 pumps. There we go. Oh, it's so hot. Ow. All right, let's go. Got my parts. Now I need an ice cap. Nice and cold and icy. Can I get a large ice cap, please?
Large ice cap, what's yours? Is that everything?
That's it.
Everything?
Thank you. Thank you. There. Now we got ourselves an ice cap. The only problem is these cars do not have cup holders, which, like I say, maybe isn't a problem at all. Thanks, Tim Hortons. Except for when you got yourself an ice cap and you got nowhere to set your drink. and you got a manual. So the manual, where do you put your drink? I mean, oh, we're up to 200 degrees. Make some wind. This car does not like to idle. I mean, actually it's idling pretty good, but it gets hot. Now we'll get some airflow. And we got a red light. Let a minivan pass me. Actually, it wasn't a minivan, it was some kind of SUV thing. Still, it's a Corvette, man. Besides, driving with one hand, shifting with my knee. Actually, that's backwards. Drive with my knee, shift with my hand. I don't know. I'm gonna change lanes. One thing I find with this car, it doesn't like to run very well below 2,000 RPM. Now I know it's got a cam in it, and I forget the name of the cam, but it gives it a higher rev, so it's got very low, doesn't have very good bottom end is what I'm trying to say. But on the top end, she pulls. I don't know if this wind is bugging the camera, but it's a little warm. Now if these cars would just get out of my way, but they won't. Because you know, why go in the slow lane when you can go slow in the fast lane? Biggest pet peeve. Move over, people. Come on. Get out of the way. Careful with the brakes, with the drum brakes, she can dart. You don't want to dart next to a concrete no post, because it would be a bad day. It would make my cry. Such a beautiful day to go for a drive. And as I drive along, you know, it gets hot when it's not moving. Gets up to like 200 degrees, which is fairly common for a Corvette like this. And it doesn't like to idle very well because it gets a little bit spitty farty when it's like that. And then I got to thinking, what if I ordered like a 327 crate engine that you could just drop in, put the Holley sniper kit on it, so it drives almost like a new car, and then just save this engine, because this engine block is it's actually out of a 63, so you know, I don't really want to bugger it up or hop it up or whatever, but I don't know, just something I was thinking about. Or I take it to someone that knows carburetors better than me for a little tune-up, and maybe put some electric fans on it that you can just turn on when you're putzing around town. Maybe that's the thing to do. I don't know. But it's just something I was thinking about, because I love driving this car. And just make it a little bit more reliable to where Andrea feels comfortable too, because she loves the car too, but because it's a little bit temperamental around town, she's afraid to drive it. So, maybe. Well guys, that's it. Back home. Thought I might try taking some pictures in the tall grass. But you know what? I just absolutely love this car. And maybe this grass is a bit too tall, because I don't like how those blades are touching. But you know what? They just don't build them like this anymore. So I thoroughly enjoyed that drive. But anyways, guys, that's it for me today. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Cheers. Yeah, look at all these dandelions. She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. Oh wait, I love her. I really do. I kind of love this car. Look at its back end. It's so pretty. There's an anthill. Freaking ants. Hate ants. Rah. Hate them.